We're getting into summer and I want to discuss what it means to have safe sun exposure. My name's Elizabeth, I'm a licensed esthetician and I operate holistically. So for a lot of you, safe sun exposure probably means reapply SPF every 2 hours. I do think that should be the case if you have recently had a chemical peel or you're discussing skin concerns with your dermatologist, and that's the recommendation for things like skin cancer, or you're being treated or have had a history of skin cancer, etc. With that said, the sun was never meant to be an enemy. I want to go back in history a little bit and just discuss some things that might pique your interest. Back in the early 1900s, there was a doctor named Dr. Auguste Rollier. He was in Switzerland. He had a clinic that he used to treat thousands of tuberculosis patients. This clinic was literally a sun clinic, and he had success with it. Another doctor who used sun exposure for his patients is Dr. Niels Finsen. He won a Nobel Prize in 1903 for heliotherapy. So heliotherapy is literally just sun therapy. So after he won his Nobel Prize based on his research, they started to incorporate a lot of rooftops and like sun balconies and things like that in the hospitals, because the research made it clear that sun exposure helped patients heal faster. Things like wound healing, tuberculosis, that was obviously a major concern back in the early 1900s. So they found that patients were healing faster when they incorporated sun exposure into their hospital stays. So this became a crucial element to treating patients in hospitals. Today, we have swung in the total opposite direction. A lot of people have a lot of fear around the sun. I understand it, because if you've had a sunburn, it's really uncomfortable and you definitely don't want to go around burning. However, safe sun exposure means getting a little bit of sun exposure in the morning. During the middle of the day, if you're going to be out for hours, use sunscreen. Mineral-based is my favorite. Small amounts in the beginning of the day and later in the day are how you are going to synthesize vitamin D. Vitamin D is synthesized from UVB rays. So when the UVB rays hit our skin, there is a cholesterol-like compound that converts it into vitamin D, and then our body uses it for immune function, mood, hormone function, all of these things that are really important to our overall health. I just want to add, supplements are helpful for sure, but they're not going to recreate all of the biological signals that we receive from getting UVB exposure from the sun. Go on a morning walk, go on an evening walk, and don't put on sunscreen for that.